Bringing you with a brand new video, and today we got a generic pendulum monster, and this card is called Pendulumucho. And by the way, there's some pretty funny artwork, I think. It looks pretty funny. And so it's a level 1 Earth Wing Beast type pendulum effect monster. It's kind of weird that it's an Earth and his Wing Beast type monster. 0 attack, 0 defense with a pendulum scale of 0. So this card is probably really good. Yeah, let's just talk about the card. So the pendulum effect, it has only one, is once per turn during your main phase. If this card was activated this turn, you can target one of the pendulum monster in your graveyard that is in your graveyard or that is banished, except this card, and add it face up in your extra deck. So that's actually a decent effect. Let's say for instance that you're playing this card in Metaphos, and you already played your painful decisions. You sent out Silvered or Steel Wren. So you get to put that Silver and Steel Wren back in your extra deck, and you get to utilize it for something else later. That's actually really decent. Granted, you can't get this card, but that's okay. Most of the time, you probably don't want to get this card because it's just a 0 attack monster with a 0 scale. Also, it has the added bonus of synergizing with Metaphos counter. So you banish Metaphos counter, you add your 8 scale, you play your 8 scale. And then, assuming that your opponent got rid of it, and then you basically just go off from there because you're playing a 0 scale and an 8 scale, so you could play any pendulum monster that you basically want up until level 8. So that's a pretty decent effect, and the monster effect is relatively good, I think, as well. As if this card is normal summon or special summon, you can special summon one level 1 pendulum monster that is face up in your extra deck. It has to be level 1, so the synergies of this card in Metaphos, for example, is Bismugear. You could play this in other decks as well. I think there's a pretty good amount of level 1 pendulum monsters in Perform Mage and Pals. Sorry, Perform Pals. So you could probably utilize this card somewhere in that deck. But if this card happens to die, it leaves the field, or banishes it. You banish it, so that's a downside, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. If this card is in your pendulum scale for quite a long time, I think this card could spiral out of control and be ridiculously good. So I think this card is really good. So anyway, guys, tell me what you guys think about this card in the comment section down below. I will see you guys in the next video. This has been Team NMFOs, and I'll be signing out.